In this episode, I will be making a multifunction programming track. Stick around. Hi, and welcome to a new episode. This, as you know, is my programming track, but it's about time I changed it. As you all know, I don't like handling my locomotives or my wagons. They're very easy to damage, and I avoid it as much as I can. So, what I would like to do is this track here, which is a block on its own from that point all the way to the other point on the other side, there by the station. I want to change this into a programming track. Lucky for me, there's a break here because of the lift up section. So in essence, this will be the programming track, this part from here to there. The way I'm going to do this is use a double pole switch and rewire it in such a way that I can switch from programming track to main line. Now, for those who don't know, in my case, I have two controllers here. I use one for driving the trains, which is Z21. Then I have another Arduino setup, completely different to the layout, and it's not connected in what way whatsoever to the layout, but it's only connected to this. So I want to put a double pole switch to be able to change the supply to this block here from the Z21 to the Arduino. And this way I don't have to manually handle my locomotives when I want to change settings. You might ask, why this block in particular? Because this block is the left-hand side of this 3 sensor track that I have, all the way up to this point, and then the one on the right. It's the one I use to run speed measurement for all my locomotives on the right train. And I would need to change settings as I go along, and instead of having to pick them up, use the relay here, pick it up. I have another relay here. I just don't want to handle them. And instead of doing that, I'm going to leave the locomotive here, flip a switch, and the supply to this bit of track here will change to the Arduino, where I do all my programming. My Z21 does not have a programming track output. It's a Z21 start, so this is why I'm doing it this way. So I'm going to change the panel here. This was a bit of what I had, and I started fitting all sorts of switches I had available. This is just a double pole, double throw switch, which I'm going to remove and put in a toggle switch, just like that one. This is to switch on my PC, the power for the PC. And I will have a switch here, or another switch, another toggle switch to choose which controller will power my selected block up there, as a programming track or as the main line. So let me get started, and I'll show you what I'm doing as I go along. Okay, so I started the wiring. What I have here is I drilled the hole, and this wire goes all the way down to where it will eventually, to my new panel. These 4 wires are, let me explain. The black is the black. I'll solder them here with this. The red one will be soldered to this contact here, because this is the contact for the red wire for this track here. And the other red wire, I will have to remove one of these and connect it to here. So let me explain again. There are 2 red wires here for one reason. I happen to pick this block as a safety. this micro switch here has a black and a red. The minute the lift-up section goes up, it shorts the track. It kills power to the layout, and this way I will have no mishaps of trains falling off the edge here or the other side. I have the same on the lower lift-up section. So one of these reds here goes to this micro switch. The other red is the one that is coming from the Z21. So I will have to disconnect this one, connect it to one of the reds here, going down to my new panel. And that will be the source of, from the Z21. So when I want to use this track here, up here, as a regular layout, I will toggle the switch over to the Z21. And when I want to use the top part as a programming track, I will use the other wire here, okay, which will go to the Arduino. Let me start wiring this, and later on I will show you what I've done, and I will even give you a demonstration. Until then. So this is my iTrain screen. I've selected a class 58. I put it on the track here, and you can see it also superimposed in the bottom of the screen. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it go forward in manual mode, and I'm going to put it in full throttle. I've adjusted the CV for it to be very slow at full throttle. So here goes. That's full throttle. I'm going to bring it back. And this is what I would normally do when I'm running speed test for each locomotive on iTrain. So now I'm going to flip my switch from the S21 to the source on switch 1. I'm going to change over to my decoder probe, and I'm going to change the value of CV5 to 255, and I'm going to write it. As you can see, it's being written, and it's still on the same track. Unfortunately, this engine doesn't move much when I change the CV on it, unlike others. And also, this particular one, which I recently bought, its maximum speed doesn't reach the real speed in real life, and that's why I set it to 255. Normally I have them around 180, 190. I have to slow them down because they're too fast, not very realistic. So anyway, so that is saved. I'm going to switch over back to my Z21, go back over to iTrain, and now I'm going to set it forward at full throttle, and look at the difference in speed. So, as you can see, I changed the CV on the same track without touching the locomotive. I am so pleased with that. Anyway, I hope you like this video. If you have any questions, please ask. Take care. Until the next one.